Hello, it's good to see you. Something that can be really powerful when we're going through a big change in our lives is to know that we've got a circle of people around us who support us. You'll even notice when you're watching a baby, one that's starting to be able to go out and explore the world a bit more, that when they are doing this, they are looking around to check that their grown-ups are near them, because this helps them to feel more confident and more secure and actually allows them to go out and explore the world. And even as grown-ups, we still really benefit from knowing that we have a solid group of people around us who can help us if we're struggling, or just give us a boost when we're going through a big life transition. So for today's video, we're going to be drawing out and writing down those people in our circle of support. And you might be thinking, I don't need to write it down, I already know who supports me. But I guarantee you that there will be more people than you automatically think of. So all you're going to need for this activity is a notebook or a piece of paper. You're going to need a pen or a pencil, and you're going to need 3 items that are circular that you can draw around, and they need to be 3 different sizes. We're going to be creating something that looks like this. So you're going to need something for the inner circle, for the middle circle, and for the outer circle. I've got a little dish, a mug, and a drinking glass. Okay, the next part of this activity is writing down in those circles all the people in our families and our friendship groups and our communities that we feel could be trusted to support us throughout this process. So if we have a look at the example that I've drawn out, let's look at the middle circle, the family and close friends. Those are people that you live with, people who are in your family but maybe you don't live with them but you are close to, and family friends, that's grown-ups and children, as well as, of course, all your best friends from school or from outside of school. These are going to be the people who are largely staying the same and are going to be able to offer you the most support during this time. The second circle is friends and close community. Now, the friends that I mean in this group are the people that you are friendly with but maybe not quite so close to. So maybe you play with them in school but you don't see them out of school so much. Or even better might be children that are going to be going to the same school as you are, either from your school or from clubs that you go to outside of school, because they might well become good friends and might be able to provide some really helpful support to you when you're transitioning to your new school. And by close community, I really mean adults, grown-ups, that you trust and that you know and that you have a good relationship with. That might be teachers at the school you're in currently or other members of staff there. It might be coaches or tutors that you see outside of school and have done for a long time. And it might also be really useful to think into the future, and if you know the names of people like your head of year or your form tutor at school, or maybe the matron or the head teacher, I'd maybe write those down as well, because they are going to be definitely people that can support you when you move to your new school. And it might just make you feel a little bit more confident knowing the names of those people and knowing that they will be there for you. And then when we look at wider community, we're thinking about maybe the fact that when we transition to secondary school, it often comes with a bit more responsibility and a bit more freedom. Perhaps you're going to be walking to your new school, or you're going to be getting the bus to your new school. And it can be useful to identify people outside of our home and outside of our school who, if we were in a spot of bother, would be able to and we could trust to help us. So people like the person who drives the bus to school, or police officers that we see around, or people that work in local shops or libraries that we see regularly. Anybody who we see fairly regularly who we could ask for a little bit of help if we needed to. And I'd like you to keep this piece of paper, and when you are 2 or 3 weeks into the new term and you've had a chance to get to know some new children and some new teachers, you could get it out again and write down some new people within your circles of support. Knowing that there are people there who care for us and who will help us if we need it can be a really powerful tool in helping us to have more confidence when we're making this big transition in our lives. Take care.